When you do the sadhana, when you do Shambhavi, for example, Shoonya is not supposed to be fireworks. I hope they didn't say fireworks are going to happen in Shoonya. Emptiness is supposed to happen, I'm sure. That's not going to be explosive. There was a time when Shoonya initiations used to be explosive, but we've controlled that because we were trying to fit into a civilized society who don't freak, who don't make any joyful sounds no matter what happens to them. Civilization and unfortunately, particularly in the western part of the world, civilization and seriousness have become synonymous. If you're civilized, you cannot be joyful. That's a kind of setup that people have created, which is tragic. If you can't be joyful, if only a caveman can be joyful, I think it's worth remaining a caveman, look at me. You're civilized and you're dead serious, it's of no value because what's the point? We worked upon civilizing human societies only to see that every human being can find expression to who he is without any interference from anybody else. But now in the name of civilization, nobody finds expression to anything in their life and that's become the civilization. So, when I do Shambhavi, why am I not freaking? There are various aspects to this. To put it very simply, is it my karma? Yes. So is it my bad karma? No. It is your family's good karma. That you don't freak in the morning. It's your neighbor's good karma that you don't freak in the morning. See, karma is not all individual, there is also collective karma, you must understand this. So, if there is no experience at all, I don't think you would have carried on for 2 years. It is just that fireworks are not happening, you know. What's happening to somebody else is not happening to you. That's all the question is. So as you've been told, don't compare yourself to anybody, do not expect anything, just do it. It's okay, I expected nothing, I'm doing it and still nothing is happening. If nothing happens, that's the greatest thing to happen. Everybody is working towards that with little something and something and something. So whether it's Shambhavi or whatever other practice that one does, the practice itself is not designed towards an experience. The practice is only designed to bring a certain amount of fluidity into your energies. It is structured so that gradually as you practice, you become more and more fluid on all levels. Instead of being rigid block of concrete, you are becoming little more fluid. Maybe in one person this becomes love, in another person it becomes utter blissfulness, in another person it becomes screams, in another person he becomes little gentler than what he is. In another person he just becomes little more sensible. So how it may find expression in each person is according to whatever is missing in his life. The practice is not designed to create an experience, the practice is only designed to break the barriers so that a rigid concrete block slowly becomes more and more fluid. How each being finds expression depends on variety of factors. To put it very simply, as you put it, it is karmic structure. What kind of karma? But do not ever understand karma as, is it my bad karma, nothing is happening to me. That's not the point. There is no such thing as good karma and bad karma, if you ask me. Because karma is like, one way of looking at karma is, it's a certain bondage, it's the only bondage. Another way of looking at karma is, it is your only savior. You're alive only because of your karma. If I take away all your karma, you will be done today, right now. So, karma is both things, it's your glue. When you want to stick to something, glue is a good thing. When you want to get away, glue is not a good thing. So for those who want to stick to something, karma is a good thing, it's their friend. For those who want to become liberated, for them, karmic glue seems like an enemy. So it's just contextual. It is not the nature of the karma, it is just the context in which you're looking at. If you're seeing how to bind yourself, the karmic glue is good, it's a cementing factor. If you're seeing how to liberate yourself, the karmic glue looks like a binding factor because it is smeared all over you and whatever you touch, it sticks to you. I want you to just visualize yourself. Let's say you are smeared with super glue, head to toe. Now I want you to walk through your office, your home and whatever else. Just see, in 24 hours' time, you will be a heap of things. Isn't it? You will be one big heap of so many things. Some things that you want to stick to, many things that you don't want to stick to, everything will be sticking to you because you have super glue on you. So karma is that kind of super glue. Now when you walk through the world, everything sticks to you. What you want sticks to you, what you don't want sticks to you. When what you don't want becomes a large volume of things which are sticking to you, then you start looking for liberation. When whatever you think you want is sticking to you, then at that time the thoughts of liberation does not arise in most people's minds. It takes enormous intelligence for a human being to seek liberation when everything in his life is pleasant. When everything in his life is good, to still seek liberation, it takes a certain amount of intelligence. When things have gone bad, I think any fool will seek liberation. There's no question about it. So right now, Shambhavi or Shoonya is a tool for your liberation, slowly weakening the strength of the super glue so that it becomes a weak glue. If you want, you can pick up and stick it to yourself. If you don't want, you can pull it and throw it in the bin. It gives you that much freedom gradually. Whether you freaked or you did not freak in the morning doesn't mean anything. So, if you like to walk through the world freaking, you can do that. If you want to walk through the world sober, you can do that. But the important thing is your super glue becoming diluted enough so that you have a choice to choose what sticks to you and what doesn't stick to you? Has that much choice risen in your life? That is slowly, definitely happening. Whether you're able to gauge it or not, whether you're able to notice it or not, that is definitely happening. If you're doing your sadhana regularly, that is for sure happening, that your super glue is no more super, it is just an ordinary glue. You can easily pull off things which are sticking to you now. Earlier when something stuck to you, you could never take it off. Now you are able to take it off and only choose what sticks to you and for how long. This is the reason why the family feels very threatened. Nobody is threatening them, nobody is telling them, nobody is telling anybody anything about these things. But suddenly super glue has become just an ordinary glue that if you choose you can stick it, otherwise no. Just the choice threatens people. Just the freedom of choice threatens people. Anybody who is threatened by the freedom of choice is a tyrant. You should not be stuck to that. You have a choice and still you choose to stick, that's beautiful. If you want to remove the freedom of choice, then this is tyranny. So, this tyranny is slowly being weakened, both from your end and from the whichever other end it's coming to you. Above all, from your end, because what's happening from outside is not the relevant thing. What's happening from within you, that your glue has become a light glue, that you can stick things to you by choice. No more do you gather a heap of things wherever you go. That for sure is happening, and that's the reason you're doing sadhana, not to disturb your neighborhood.